What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast. We talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And Daniel Acevedo.
How's it going, guys?
What's going on? So, welcome to Wednesday's episode. So, Monday and Tuesday are our topics. Wednesdays, our discussion. Thursdays, Ask CISSP, and then Fridays, everything else, movies, books, games, all that good stuff. But without further ado, I'll give it a Shannon.
All right, everybody. So this article comes from cyberscoop.com, written by Tim Starks. And the title of this one is Inside a New Initiative to Lend Cybersecurity Volunteers to Organizations That Need It Most. So we've talked about this in the past, right? So you have your mom and pop places and your smaller companies that just can't afford what they need in the cybersecurity realm, right? Because it's not exactly cheap. So what they talk about in this article is actually getting people to volunteer their time and services, right? And so with that, somebody that's come up before that we liked what he did and his philanthropic efforts was Craig Newman, right? So you have the Craig Newman Philanthropy organization, I guess you could say, which is contributing $2 million in grants, right, to this effort. So this is a good thing, right? So people that have the time, assuming you have the time, right? Because in this day and age, like people in the cybersecurity realm are getting busier, you know what I mean? Because of all the stuff that's going on. Like this is why you hear from us every week, people, because there's always something going on, right? So you can imagine that if the bad guys are out there doing stuff, there's people that are working twice as hard to try to prevent what they're doing, right? But this is a good thing to have people that want to donate their time. So people that have the expertise, that are just like, hey, we'll help you out, you know what I mean? Because whether it be that the federal government just does not have the bandwidth to do it, or it's just one of those things where they don't have the means to reach out to them and get them to come help them out, this is the way forward, right? And it's a good initiative, right? And so Craig Newmark, back in the news again, right? We appreciate you, Craig. First, $100 million you were donating to cybersecurity efforts, and then they applied for the grant to get $2 million here. Good on you, man. Good on you. But Danny, what's your thoughts on this?
When I read this, makes me feel like there's hope for humanity. Like good guy Craig Newman started, first of all, now this is amazing. Usually we have like, I'm the pessimistic of the group, but this is like a good, feel warm, fuzzy article, man. I can't be happier. It's such a great initiative. It plays off of one strong suit of hackers, like pitting them against other hackers. In this case, try to support people that don't have the means to protect themselves. So I'm wondering if kind of like playing off of that, they say it as a challenge, like, hey, let me help these people that don't have the resources and, protect their infrastructures and see what these malicious actors are trying to do, kind of give them a challenge. Ryan, I'm a little out of my element here because I'm usually the pessimistic guy, but I really have like no notes except for this is a great initiative. I didn't realize there were so many other cybersecurity initiatives kind of in the same landscape. Not only for underprivileged organizations that don't have the money, but out of DEFCON and other things, I saw that there's all these different named initiatives coming out for, schools and hospitals and critical infrastructures. So I feel like we're in a good track and have a bright future. So no notes. What are your thoughts, Ryan?
Daniel, I was sure you would go at Warren Buffett and tell him to do better. I was sure that's what you would go with. If you got a billionaire and Craig Newmark that could do this, Warren, you can do better too. That's what I thought was going to come, but I guess not.
No, I think it's a great initiative, and we've talked about it even before then. Was Rochester? So Rochester, New York, had a similar or has an ongoing similar initiative with I believe it's the Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT, which they also have clinics where they go out and they provide cybersecurity services and consulting for schools and mom and pops, things of that nature. So this is becoming a bigger initiative, and it kills two birds with one stone because you also get your experience, right? Because a lot of people are searching for cybersecurity experience. They can't find it. Well, you can volunteer your time in these type of efforts, as well as, again, because the price of cyber is ever increasing. So when I did a quick Google search for larger companies, they're charging upwards of, like $350 an hour. Freelancers are charging somewhere in the median of $137. And you see as cheap as $60 an hour for those who are maybe not as experienced or don't have the backing of a larger company. So it's expensive across the board, no matter who you get. So to get someone who is chomping at the bit to get the experience and also trying to help your company mature its cybersecurity posture, I think this is great. is phenomenal. I hopefully see a lot more of this because this is a pipeline to getting more people into the profession. And like we always talk about, cybersecurity is national security. So these mom and pops being vulnerable, hospitals, schools, things of that nature make everyone more vulnerable as well.
And
It's great
especially
effort.
and especially since like you have the federal government that likes to pursue smaller companies when it contracts stuff out, right? So like if they're trying to help the smaller businesses, it does you good to help them, right? So that you're not being reactive, you're being proactive on things. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have a one feel good story for the week. Watch the new year, something crazy happen. The biggest breach of all time. So we'll see what the future holds in that regard. But definitely continue to check us out Monday through Friday. So Monday and Tuesday are topics, Wednesday discussion, Thursdays Ask a CISSP, and then Fridays everything else, movies, splits, games, like good stuff. Hit up all the websites that go by our name. Give me a personally, I'm at RYRY Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. You can find me on pretty much all the platforms. And where can they find you, Daniel?
For now, just on LinkedIn under my name, Daniel Acevedo.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.